Hello everybody, I just wanted to check in today. We've had an interesting couple of days. A session with Michaela and Timmy, which you can watch. It's a public video on the website. And a lot came out of that for Timmy. How he's not grounding properly, how he's frightened of, or there's a fear, not frightened's not a good word. There is a fear there though of overreacting, which after some thought, I sort of sense that this may have been trained in when he was young, and maybe something for most competition horses, where they're having to go into areas and arenas where there are a lot of people and a lot of potential things that they wouldn't naturally be happy about, wouldn't naturally feel safe in. Lots of cars, lots of people, lots of cheering, lots of talking, lots of thinking, lots of. So what do? They probably freeze first off, and if they're not allowed to fly, and in a way the competition itself, I think, could release quite a lot of this reaction, is when they race or when they compete, they're letting go of energy. But if they were born in a place like Timmy, where they're trained to these things but they never really end up being a competitive horse. Hello. Thank you. Am I thinking too much? Am I overthinking? Yeah. How do you feel today? Okay, I got you. Hi. You want to scratch? I love you. Thank you. That's what you want, isn't it? Yeah, you want some more of that? How do you feel today? Lots of scratching. Ooh, that's nice, thank you. You want that done? Oh yeah. You got a bit of tangled mane there too. Will you let me take that out? I love you. Anything to eat? It's lemon. Something in there you want. Ginger, maybe. I'm smelling my ginger and lemon. You don't want any, no, but you like it. Yeah. Have to get my ginger oil out. Hey. It's interesting. Hey. Shh. Okay. What's interesting with Risada, I don't know if it's the lemon or the ginger that she was really liking there, so I might get my lemon and ginger oils out later and see if she just wants a sniff. Well, she may have got what she needed from that. And as you could see, that was interesting because Chocolate didn't like either of those smells, so you can see how they're quite capable of choosing what they like and what they don't like. So interestingly, Risada again pulled me out of overthinking. I think what she wants me to do is to feel more and not think so much, and I don't need to share my intellectualizations, share more my feelings. Oh no, she's got herself stuck. Bless her. Between two ponies. There's a fence there. Hey Timmy. How are you today? Are you grounded? Everybody's putting Nash in a corner at the moment. Putting baby in a corner. That's okay. Oh, go on past that. It's a good girl. There you go. You're alright. She's okay now. Yeah. Ooh. And it's amazing how she, there's a slight panic, then she figures out where she is and works it out. No. So Timmy's just feeling that I'm a bit focused on him now. I want to just focus on him a little bit. Feel in, see how he responds to that. But I'm keeping it quite gentle. I'm just keeping a grounding energy. Breathe. Be present. Let all thoughts go out. All expectations and all questions need to disappear from my mind. And just feel. Be completely here and now. I see I'm doing this quite a way away because this is, I actually feel planted, so this is where I need to be. You can see him from here, that's okay. Actually don't need to see him anyway, but for the video it makes it easier. And there are behaviours I can watch back, so even if my eyes are closed, if I'm videoing I can watch later and see his physical responses to certain things without compromising my own presence. So as his tail is pointing at me at the moment, I'm just going to focus on, Michaela told me to focus on his grounding points a little bit and help him to ground. Oh, there we go, we got a yawn there, that's beautiful. So I'm just going to ground, I'm going to focus on the base of his tailbone. And imagine, this is how I do it, everybody, those who have been qualified in the arts of Reiki and other energy healing will put me right if I'm doing this wrong, I'm sure. But the way I want to feel like I want to do this is to focus on the base of his tailbone and then draw a line down to the ground. And imagine energy running down on that connection. It's created a little bit of vegetation, and now there we go. So I've just taken my focus off again. Just going to go present, back into myself, and ground myself. Okay, so I'm just gonna feel into this again. Not feeling so much anxiety anymore. It actually there's a little bit there, but it feels quite comfortable, comforting. So I put a bit of focus on him. I wanted to grip that. It's okay. I'm not here to prevent him from doing anything. He can do anything he feels he needs to do to help himself. Now, obviously cribbing takes him inside, so it doesn't really help him, but I can't force peace on him. I can't force healing on him. He needs to feel that he can accept it, and that means that maybe we only do a little bit at a time. So I'm going to go back to his tail. Just take that line from the base of his tail down to the ground. And imagine that anxiety that curled up feeling expanding outwards, opening up, and taking the energy as it opens up, flowing it out through his tail down to the ground. That's good, well done. I'm going to come back into myself again. Take the focus off of him. All we wanted to do is just open up a channel. Feels like a channel. So back to me. Channeling my energy now downwards into the ground from my solar plexus. So from my stomach, top of my stomach down to the ground, just imagining a flow. Now I can feel, suddenly got a feeling of tightness in my throat, either side of mostly my glands, I suppose. I don't know what they are, I'd have to look them up, but there's two lumps just under my throat. I must remember where they are and I'll look them up later. And I just felt them both. So I'm just going to focus again. Good boy, well done. Focus again, and I'm going to focus on those glands, the glands either side of his throat, and draw, just open those, draw them down through into his feet. Down the side of his neck and into his feet. And there's the anxiety again, so I'm just gonna link those flows together. Coming down to his feet, through into the solar plexus, into the stomach area, and down through his back legs and into his tail, and down to the ground. And I'm coming back into myself again. I can feel a flow from my own throat now down through my stomach and through and into the tail, down into my feet. I'm gonna let that settle. Feels like I keep coming to myself and get drawn back to Timmy through our connection, through the heart. And it feels like the throat glands or whatever they are that were tight This feels blue. It's light there now. And with that, I can feel the shoulders relaxing. Deep breath. Oh, now I'm going up into his pole area. In my head, it feels like I'm going up the back of my head. And that feels very, very tight. I want to stretch my neck. Ooh. So, what can I do here? I'm just letting myself be led, actually, because I'm not a healer. So it's interesting how I'm being, just allowing myself to be led by him almost, I think. To feel that tension in his pole. I mean, Michaela opened a lot of this up for him and me the other day, and that is the key to all of this. If she hadn't opened all of these channels very briefly, I don't think I would have sensed as much as I'm sensing now. I can feel the back of his head. And again, as I go into that, there's the anxiety again. So when we touch a new area, the anxiety comes up. So I'm just going to soften, put a tiny little bit of, it's almost like opening top of the head. It feels like an opening right at the back of the head. And I can feel my shoulders are so tense with this. So there's a link. The tension is being held in his head. So if I drop my shoulders, to relax the shoulders. Breathe out. And I'm bringing that back. Opening that light. Bringing that back. Through. Not sure where to go with this, actually. Just gonna feel my way to put a little bit of white. A light to the back of the neck. Letting that light open, relax the head. I feel that. Feel that flowing now down the top of his neck. Into the shoulders. Where do we want to go? To the shoulders. I can feel it split. Some of it. Yeah, where are we going? I don't want it to pull there, so just gonna flow down his legs, front legs to the ground. And here we go, the anxiety's there again, so I'm just going to take, breathe. Take that big again that anxiety back through the system, through his system, through. It feels like it wants to go back towards the tail again. So I'm just going to open that crunched feeling. Breathe it out towards the tail, down the tail, and drop to the floor. Just coming back into myself. That flow is beautiful. Just, it's a light flow, just letting that settle. That's enough for today. So I'm just going to ground myself and go really peaceful. My heart, I can feel my heart beating slightly faster now. So I'm just going to breathe into the heart and change it, turn it to love. The sacrum, the sacrum bone. Sacrum's just flared slightly. So we're going from the head now, head through the heart to the sacrum. So we did the front and then we did the back, and the heart is linking the two together. Feels like crossing it. Oh, what is that? It's like a cross. It's almost from back to front and side to side across his heart areas, his shoulders, and feels like a flaring up right in the middle of that cross. It's like bursting through. Love is bursting through. Feel his mouth now a little bit. Okay, as we do each piece, there's an anxiety feeling that just wells up in his stomach area. And the shoulders tense again slightly. So I'm going to take that in the nose area. Just want to flow that through his teeth, the gums, and up the sides of the cheeks into the throat. Just linking that flow again to the throat. Oh, my sacrum's gone again. Another little flare there, so I'm just gonna flow that down. Just opening the sacrum, because there feels like a huge amount of, it feels really, really knotted there. It feels like it's just all tensed up. And I want to move now, so it's like, because it's right in my sacrum as well. Just going to bring myself back to myself, ground myself. And just take a little bit of focus into the sacrum. It's like a fire. Just bring that flow from the head. Yeah, I feel that it's coming from the head through the spine. Oh yeah, through the spine, through those nerves into the sacrum. And then we need to split all of that energy 3 ways. Just let it flow into the tail and down either back leg. And down, down, into the feet. And into the ground, through the connection to the ground, through the tail, through the back feet. It's a 3-way. shoulders are tensing. Bring that down to the front feet. I can almost see a skeleton now. It's like with all the nervous system. I'm just gonna do a flow through from the nose, through the mouth, through the teeth, through the throat. And draw down from the pole, following 2 lines of flow through the front and the back of the neck, through the spine, and bring the throat down through the front legs, the spine, the nerves I expect, but I don't know the body, so we're flowing down the back of the neck. We come to the shoulders, it splits slightly, goes back down the spine to the sacrum, which is still burning a bit. We've got a 3-way split going there. Just a flow. Just going to open it up again, focusing on the sacrum. Okay, so there is a lot of holding in his sacrum, which I can feel, and I feel like I want to touch it. So I'm just going to take my glove off. Would that be okay if I touched it? I don't actually probably need to touch it completely. It's okay, baby. Can I touch? Hey. Okay, well done. Super. Thank you. You are amazing. You are amazing. And that, it's quite amazing for me too. I've never felt that sort of flow before. Thank you. Well, there we go. We never know how these sessions are going to be. And that's what about being present is all about. Being present to what you're meant to do that day. Being present to what you're completely capable of doing. And being present how you can support and help. Timmy will need to process all of that, and we'll see how he's doing tomorrow. That's a huge change for him. So, and I can still feel a bit of a block in my sacrum, so that may need time to release, as all of it will be, I think. And I'll come and see you tomorrow, hey? Thank you, guys.